A multitude of significant events have unfolded across the globe recently, and it's crucial we examine them. Are you aware that in the year 2025, an increasing count of influential nations are effectively closing their access to American citizens? It might seem unbelievable, wouldn't you agree? Yet, this is the reality unfolding before us. The motivations behind these actions are multifaceted and likely to astonish you. From cherished holiday locales to envisioned havens for expatriates, the global landscape is undergoing profound transformations, though perhaps not in the manner one might anticipate. The world is experiencing substantial shifts, and these developments are not aligning with conventional expectations. If you happen to be an American residing overseas, or if you harbor plans to relocate to a different country, consider this a significant alert. This situation serves as a crucial wake-up call. You might find it beneficial to remain engaged until the very conclusion, as the nation highlighted at the 4th position presents a truly unexpected turn. The country featured as number 4 is a development that you almost certainly won't anticipate. But prior to delving into these startling updates, ensure you click the like button and subscribe to our channel. Staying informed about these massive shifts impacting millions of Americans is vital. Your support through liking and subscribing is incredibly important for the growth and reach of our channel, allowing us to continue bringing you timely information. Believe us, this is the type of information you definitely don't want to overlook. We also encourage you to leave a comment below, letting us know where you're watching from. Connecting with our audience is important to us. So, find a comfortable spot, and let's dive straight into the details. Let's commence our exploration with Canada. This nation, traditionally recognized as one of the most accessible destinations for Americans, is undergoing significant changes. Think about it. Its proximity is merely a short distance away. It boasts breathtaking natural scenery, offers universal healthcare access, and provides a superior quality of life that consistently attracts thousands upon thousands of American expatriates, students, and even individuals seeking retirement havens. The appeal has been undeniable for a long time. However, brace yourself for a shift. In 2025, the situation is rapidly evolving. Things are altering at a swift pace. Canada is actively reinforcing its immigration regulations and policies. Consequently, it's projected to become substantially more challenging for Americans to live, secure employment, and pursue education within its borders. The ease of access previously enjoyed is diminishing. The Canadian government is undertaking a serious reevaluation of its immigration strategy. This reassessment is particularly focused on foreign workers and international students. They are deeply reconsidering their approach. Work permits are facing significant reductions, being slashed in number, and the regulations governing student visas are becoming considerably more stringent. The rules are getting way stricter. There's a clear prioritization of housing resources for Canadian citizens. This focus inherently means fewer available opportunities for Americans aspiring to settle down in the country. The housing market is already experiencing considerable strain, facing immense pressure. As a result, the government is implementing every possible measure to guarantee that Canadians have primary access to affordable homes before extending invitations to a larger number of foreign residents. But the complexities extend beyond just housing availability. Escalating anti-immigrant sentiments within Canada are beginning to gain substantial momentum, becoming a serious force. Protests and politically driven movements are increasingly advocating for stricter immigration controls. These groups are pushing hard, with a distinct focus on diminishing foreign influence, especially influence originating from the United States. This mounting public and political pressure is actively shaping government policies, consequently making it markedly tougher for Americans to prolong their stays or successfully renew their visas. For those expatriates already residing within Canada, the process of visa renewals could soon encounter a level of scrutiny never before experienced. Getting extensions might become much harder. If you are an American contemplating a move to Canada, the year 2025 might represent your final opportunity to do so with comparative ease. Time could be running out for a straightforward transition. Please, make sure to watch this video until the end, as we will be providing crucial conclusions based on all these developments. Next on our list, let's discuss Mexico. This country has long been a preferred destination among Americans, holding favor for numerous years. Whether one is drawn to the sun-drenched beaches of Cancun or the relaxed bohemian atmosphere of Tulum, Mexico, presents an affordable retreat just a brief plane journey away from the United States. Its allure is multifaceted. It has consistently served as a sanctuary for digital nomads, retirees seeking a lower cost of living, and tourists eager to explore its culture, all thanks to its convenient location near the U.S., inviting warm climate, and comparatively modest living expenses. Mexico has truly been a haven for many. But be prepared for a significant shift in 2025. Mexico is initiating the establishment of substantial obstacles for Americans intending to settle there permanently. The landscape is changing. The Mexican government is actively implementing stricter controls concerning the influx of foreigners, with a particular emphasis on Americans aiming to establish Mexico as their home base. New visa constraints are emerging, making it increasingly arduous for expatriates to maintain long-term residency. These modifications are already sending ripples through the digital nomad and retiree populations, shaking up established communities. In previous times, obtaining a long-term visa was a relatively uncomplicated affair. However, prospective residents will now confront a significantly more intricate and demanding application process. The path to residency is becoming more complex. Furthermore, stricter financial prerequisites are being introduced and enforced. Americans will now be required to demonstrate substantially higher income levels to qualify for residency, a standard that could prove challenging for many individuals who have been accustomed to living on a more frugal budget. This could exclude many current or potential residents. But the changes don't stop there. The Mexican government is also adopting a tougher stance on Americans working within the country without the requisite legal documentation. Enforcement is intensifying. If you are operating a business or engaging in remote work while residing in Mexico, ensuring your paperwork is impeccably correct is paramount. You absolutely need to have your documents in order. Mexican authorities are escalating their efforts to crack down on illegal employment activities. They are demonstrating less hesitation in imposing penalties, which can range from fines to deportation, should individuals be discovered working without the appropriate permits. This is a serious matter with significant consequences. For those who have been relishing the unhurried lifestyle Mexico offers, these newly implemented regulations could serve as an abrupt and stark reality check. It's becoming undeniably clear that Mexico is tightening its grip on immigration and residency. For a considerable number of Americans, the cherished aspiration of a tranquil, low-cost existence south of the border might be gradually slipping beyond reach. That dream is becoming more elusive. Now, let's pivot our focus eastward and examine China. This nation has historically functioned as a significant hub, attracting business travelers, students pursuing education, and expatriates alike for extended periods. Its economic and cultural draw has been substantial. However, as we look towards 2025, the dynamic between the United States and China is continuing its trend of becoming increasingly strained. This deterioration is starting to exert a considerable influence on Americans who aspire to live or work within China's borders. Ongoing tensions related to trade practices, technological competition, and the persistent complexities surrounding the situation with Taiwan are collectively fueling diplomatic friction. This friction is inevitably spilling over into the realm of immigration and visa accessibility. China has already initiated the denial of visas to several prominent American citizens, signaling a shift in policy. It is widely anticipated that this pattern will not only persist, but likely intensify throughout 2025. Stricter visa policies are being formulated and implemented specifically targeting American business travelers and students. The hurdles are getting higher. If you are an American citizen attempting to secure employment or enroll in academic programs in China, you should anticipate encountering heightened government scrutiny and potentially facing outright restrictions on your ability to even enter the country. The environment is becoming more challenging. The overall atmosphere is becoming progressively tense. For Americans already residing in China, maintaining their presence long-term could become significantly more difficult. You might find it harder to stay. The Chinese government is exercising closer surveillance over foreigners within its territory, and this heightened observation explicitly includes American nationals. If you are an American currently located in China, it is prudent to prepare for more rigorous checks and stricter enforcement of regulations. Visa renewals, which might have been routine in the past, could transform into a considerable hassle. Furthermore, it is not beyond the realm of possibility that a greater number of Americans could be requested or compelled to leave the country as diplomatic relations continue to worsen. Should you be contemplating a move to China, the current trajectory suggests it is becoming a less and less feasible option. The political climate is undergoing significant shifts. Consequently, many Americans might soon discover they are effectively barred from accessing one of the globe's most substantial economies. The doors might be closing, at least for the near future. Number 4. Let's journey to Dubai. This emirate has cultivated a long-standing reputation for its opulent lifestyle, advantageous tax-free environment, and rapidly expanding economy. Its image is one of luxury and opportunity. For many years, it has served as a prime destination, a hotspot for Americans seeking employment opportunities and the chance to live amidst considerable affluence. The allure has been powerful. Americans have been drawn by the prospect of zero income tax and seemingly limitless possibilities across diverse sectors, encompassing everything from real estate development and finance to cutting-edge technology. The promise was compelling. However, entering 2025, Dubai is embarking on a path that makes residency considerably more challenging for foreigners, especially targeting Americans who desire to live and work there without making substantial contributions to the local economy. New regulations governing residency are being implemented, making it tougher for Americans to acquire long-term visas unless they can furnish proof of providing tangible value to the Emirates' economy. If you are an American currently living in Dubai but not employed in a high-remuneration, highly skilled position, your time enjoying the tax-free lifestyle could be limited. Your days might be numbered. Dubai is now strategically shifting its focus towards foreigners who directly bolster the local economy. This contribution can manifest through significant business activities, substantial investments, or employment in high-level professional roles. The government wants to see tangible economic input. Furthermore, if you are employed in Dubai without the correct sponsorship arrangements or conducting business operations without the necessary permits, you are increasingly likely to encounter stricter regulatory enforcement and potentially face expedited deportation procedures. The previously more relaxed atmosphere concerning foreign residents is being supplanted by policies that explicitly prioritize individuals who contribute demonstrably to the city's swift development and economic growth. The government is tightening the criteria for visa issuance. As a result, United States passport holders are confronting escalating fees and heightened levels of scrutiny during application and renewal processes. If you're an American aspiring to realize the tax-free dream life in Dubai, be aware that circumstances are becoming significantly more complex. The era characterized by easy, relatively carefree living in Dubai might soon draw to a close for a substantial number of Americans. This potential end is driven by the government's intensified focus on ensuring that expatriates provide meaningful contributions to the city's vibrant economy. Number 5. Russia. Let's now address the situation in Russia, a nation that has already presented considerable challenges for American visitors in recent times. However, looking ahead to 2025, these difficulties are set to intensify even further. The escalating political tensions between the United States and Russia have been steadily increasing for a while now, and it's becoming apparent that these strains are beginning to have a direct and significant effect on American citizens seeking entry or residency. Russia is demonstrably tightening its control over foreign visitors, and American nationals are increasingly bearing the brunt of these more restrictive and increasingly isolationist policies. The trend is clear. Visa denials for Americans hoping to enter Russia are surging at an alarming rate. The Russian government is adopting a progressively more selective stance regarding whom it permits entry into the country. Whether your purpose for visiting is tourism, education, or business travel, the probability of having a visa application approved is diminishing significantly. The chances are getting slimmer. For Americans currently residing in Russia, the process of renewing visas could become fraught with complications, potentially leading to denials. Alternatively, they might face the imposition of stricter limitations as the country persists in closing its doors to foreign nationals. For American individuals and businesses with established ties in Russia, the environment is also becoming increasingly difficult. Things are getting tougher. Numerous U.S.-based corporations operating within Russia are finding themselves under pressure, being compelled either to cease their operations entirely or to confront the prospect of nationalization by the Russian state. If you are presently in Russia or contemplating travel there, this situation constitutes a serious warning sign, a significant red flag. The isolationist policies gaining traction within Russia imply that many Americans could soon find themselves either expelled from the country or completely unable to enter it altogether. With diplomatic relations remaining severely strained, this destination, once popular for certain travelers or business ventures, is becoming progressively inaccessible. It's increasingly off-limits. Americans are likely to encounter mounting difficulties in living, working, or even traveling within Russia in the upcoming years. It serves as yet another stark reminder that the global geopolitical landscape is shifting rapidly, and Russia is erecting barriers that make it substantially harder for Americans to enter or maintain a presence within its borders. Number 6. Japan. Now let's direct our attention to Japan, a country that is consistently ranked as a highly sought-after destination for Americans for a considerable period. Its appeal spans various motivations, including employment opportunities, academic pursuits, or simply the desire to immerse oneself in its distinctive and rich culture. It has long been a top choice. However, as we approach 2025, Japan is implementing changes, albeit perhaps more subtly than other nations, that are firmly making it more difficult for Americans to live, work, and establish long-term residency within the country. While these shifts might not be generating as much overt international attention compared to some other countries on our list, Japan's tightening immigration policies are nonetheless exerting a significant impact on Americans aspiring to settle there. The effects are tangible. Visa rejections for American applicants are noticeably increasing, particularly for those seeking visas that permit extended stays. The path to long-term residency is becoming more challenging. The Japanese government is actively introducing more stringent regulations pertaining to work visas. This makes it considerably more difficult for American citizens to secure employment opportunities within the country. If you have aspirations of living in Japan and establishing a professional career there, you should anticipate navigating a more complex and demanding process than has been the case previously. You'll have to jump through more hoops. The government is increasingly prioritizing the hiring of Japanese nationals over foreign workers. This shift in emphasis translates directly into diminished opportunities for Americans seeking to find jobs within the Japanese workforce. Adding another layer to this evolving situation, Japan's growing sense of nationalist sentiment is playing a discernible role in these policy changes. There is a gradual, yet definite push within the country to reduce foreign influences and to take proactive steps towards preserving its unique cultural identity. As an element of this broader shift, Japan is becoming more selective in determining who is permitted to settle within its borders long-term. If you have harbored dreams of residing in Japan, whether amidst the energetic pulse of Tokyo's city streets or the tranquil beauty of Kyoto's landscapes, the reality is that your prospects might be gradually diminishing. The chances could be slipping away. Japan's evolving policies serve as a significant wake-up call, particularly for those who may have previously taken the country's relatively welcoming stance towards foreigners for granted. For many Americans, the year 2025 could mark the point where they realize that their opportunities to live and work in Japan are slowly but surely fading. The era of relatively straightforward international travel and residency for Americans appears to be rapidly diminishing. Nations such as Canada, Mexico, China, Dubai, Russia, and Japan are demonstrably reinforcing their border controls and immigration policies. These actions are collectively making it significantly more challenging for American citizens to live or secure employment abroad. If relocation is part of your future plans, acting promptly is advisable. Furthermore, staying diligently informed about the evolving visa regulations specific to your desired destination is absolutely essential. Keep yourself updated on the new rules. We hope this analysis has been informative. If you found value in this video, Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more crucial updates on global trends affecting expatriates and travelers. Your support helps us continue our work. Thank you for watching.